Welcome back to another video. My name is Abby, and today we are talking about the secret to changing your reality. Now, if you're new to this channel and you want more videos like this one, all you got to do is click that subscribe button. It's going to let you know when I release new videos. And a great way to support this channel, if you like this video, is to click the like. It really helps to spread this information, and it also lets me know you like this content. So, the secret to changing your reality. This information from this video is coming from Dr. Joe Dispenza's work. I'm going to make an assumption that if you're watching this video, you have an interest in changing your reality. There's something in your life right now, some experience, whether it be about your romance, finances, whatever it is in your life, you're wanting to make a change. And a lot of times what happens here is there's something you want to change and you're not getting that change. It's because you're living in the past. You're actually being defined by something that has already happened. And because you're not aware of it, you're actually recreating your past into the future, because you have a choice. You can either be defined by your past or be inspired and being pulled by a vision of the future. Now I'm going to bring some quantum physics into this, so then when we get later into the video where I reveal what it is that powerfully will shift your reality, you'll understand how deep this goes. So there is something called the wave duality theory. What does that mean? All that means is matter, which is me, you, your TV, your phone, whatever it is that you're watching on, it can actually be wave, which is a potential, and a particle, which is something you can actually feel, touch, look at, whatever it is. And that can change based on observation. That depending on if something was observed, it had the ability to stay in wave, which is potential, which is everything that the quantum field is made up in. And I have another video talking about more of expansion of Dr. Joe's work, which is the idea that everything is vibrating, and in that vibration, it's emitting energy, it's emitting information. And the quantum field is filled with endless information, filled with endless potentials of who it is that you can be, of what it is that you can experience in this 3D reality. Those are all waves, and whatever you're observing, that will bring it into the 3D reality. So using this science-based quantum physics theory of wave duality, let's also see what epigenetics teaches us, which is that thought alone, simply by thinking, you can actually change your physical body. You can turn on genes, you can turn off genes, you can signal thoughts in a way that actually will produce neurological pathways in your brain so that it looks like you have already experienced that reality. A lot of times you hear about this in athletics specifically, which is my background. I was a world-class athlete, and I know visualization works because so many times in my best meets I ever had, I experienced that reality before I even woke up on competition day. So if what you are thinking about, you actually can observe it and bring it into the 3D reality, and what you're thinking actually has physical influence on your body, the magical question is, what is it that you are thinking? Upwards of 90% of what you thought yesterday is what you're thinking today. And again, you can either be defined by a vision of the future or be defined on what has already happened in your life, and where you continue to create your future by using your past. It's predictable. Your amygdala thinks it's safe because you've already done it. It really isn't the experience that you want in your life. So what you can do as you understand how powerful your thoughts are is to begin to ask questions. What would it be like to have that experience happen? What would it be like to have that leadership role? What would it be like to have that fulfilling relationship? You're going to use your frontal lobe, which is 40% of your brain, which is, as Dr. Joe says, your CEO, the boss. It's your creative center. It's going to go look into your old networks of things you already know about, and it's going to begin to use what you've learned and what you understand and create new ways to see it, which is going to help you create new visions, new possibilities, new potentials of yourself. As you start to look out with your frontal lobe, you're actually going to also open your RAS, your reticular activating activating system, that now that these things are important, these experiences, you'll actually change your ability to perceive what it is in your 3D world, potentially putting your attention on that matter that's a wave right now, that's endless possibility in the quantum field, and bring it into your current reality, creating neurological pathways that show that your body has actually already experienced it, starting to have those emotions that you've already experienced it. It's changing your electromagnetic signature that you're sending out into the universe, therefore bringing back, you drawing towards you different experiences that you actually want to have. This goes right in line with Neville Goddard's living in the end, and you can see that even though it's a really simple idea to live in the end, live as if it's already happened, thinking about all the science and the ability and power that we have as human beings to bring into our experience and into a particle form the experiences and the dreams, have that vision come to life. And that happens through observing it first. And how can you do that? One big secret and way to implement this is to use that, the idea that your thoughts can change your physical world, can change your physical body. Write down who it is that you want to be. What choices would that person make? What kind of behavior would that person exhibit? What kind of experiences would that person have? And therefore, what emotions would that person have in their body from those experiences? Joy, peace, love. What would it feel like to you to have that? In contrast, also write down the experiences that you no longer want to have, the behavior that you no longer want to exhibit, the emotions that you no longer want to have in your body. You start to separate, and this is the secret to changing your reality, separating your old self from your new self. Who it is that you want to be, start being it now, but also become very observant and aware of who it is you no longer wish to be. So anytime your body, which is your unconscious, wants to come through and go back to those old feelings, go back to those old experiences, simply because it's used to it, simply because it has a routine of feeling a certain way at a certain time, even if that feeling is anger, frustration, disappointment, because it's familiar, your body wants to go to it. It thinks it's safe. That experience, it may be safe, but it doesn't result in you living a fulfilled life. As you really become clear on who it is that you want to be, you have a clear intent. And as you are living and rehearsing and embodying that experience, you'll be filled with those elevated emotions, and a clear intent with an elevated emotion will change your reality. You'll begin to think about that thought so much that it is now a definition of who you are. And even though it hasn't happened yet, your body will look and feel as if it has. And you will use the wave duality theory to your advantage. You will bring that wave potential of matter into particle form, which is the microscopic version of matter. And it is something that you can feel, see, and hear and experience in your 3D reality simply by observing, having that clear intent. Who is it that you want to be? Having those elevated emotions, bringing in that new experience, having those feelings of wholeness, completeness, love, and success inside of you long before you see it in your external world. But knowing that when it exists inside of you, it is only a matter of time before it is just reflected back to you in your 3D world. You'll be exchanging those feelings and old emotions of guilt and shame and fear that you had been living in and your body is used to, and you'll exchange them for inspiration, gratitude, and love. The more time you spend in the future now and having it pull you to that, the more your reality will change. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, hit subscribe. If you haven't done so already, like this video, and I'll see you on the next one.